Get ready. 1, 2, 3.
My eyes! My legs!
I can't see.
Nobody move. I'll think of something.
Hey, sir. We're tapped with no way out. Forget about us. Just go.
There has to be a way. Trust me, I'll find a way out.
Sir.
Lucky of Ping Xing.
You bastard! I'll haunt you even after death. Someone's coming out.
YOUKU, report to his lordship.
Yes, sir.
Get over here.
Zhan Hai, a humble commoner, greets my lord.
How do you know how to crack the royal tomb's traps? The tomb's construction was top secret, and only the artisans from back then knew. Could it be you're one of their descendants and planning to rob the tomb?
My lord, I am confused. You seek a feng shui master who can survive the tomb. Yet, your question there, Kurdibitic. Do you not believe in feng shui?
That's enough of your clever talk. Speak. How did you get out?
My lord, I only figured out how. The bone-cutting wires inside the tomb. It's a rare mechanism, so it had to be arranged in a special pattern. The tomb passage is guarded by the wind chariot beast. Naturally, it's based on the Nin star layout, so the bone-cutting wires follow the same logic.
You know the Nin star layout. It was a secret technique for royal tombs.
We humble craftsmen only understand a little. Of course, we're no match for you officials. Merely made a wild guess in a life-thwarted moment. Thanks to divine mercy, I made it out.
Folk knowledge can't possibly compare with official doctrine. If your jumbled theories can even brush against the edges of geomancy, then consider yourself lucky, but
His lordship has arrived.
So you unlocked the tomb craps.
Yes, my lord.
Step forward.
Zang Hai, humble commoner, greets your lordship.
Then tell me, do you have a way to handle the Empress Dowager's burial?
Yes.
Lord. And the sky ground is unclear. Letting him handle it could be risky.
If he made it out of the tomb, he must have some skill. Let's hear your solution.
Your lordship, as for the Empress Dowager's burial, it can be resolved after a heavy rain.
Why after rain, specifically?
East thunder above, water below, it forms the hexagram of release. It symbolizes easing danger and tension. When thunder and rain gather energy, any stalemate will naturally break.
Will it rain today?
This place is ringed by mountains, shaped like a screen, and it's early summer. Warm southern air is moving in. Today, I noticed moist foliage, warm air rising, and cool air sinking, clouds and rain most search, like thousands of horses.
Is he right?
It is indeed humid today. But there's no sign of energy convergence. By our calculations, rain today is a 50-50 chance.
Well, before the Shen hour, it will rain for sure.
The Astronomical Bureau serves the court. Speak with caution. Not like you back-ballet mystics. Twisting half-truths into absolute certainty.
It's not 50%. It's 100%. The rain will definitely fall today.
Go outside the tomb and summon Eunuch Swen.
Yes, sir. Eunuch Swen has arrived.
The weather was fine, but when I got to the gate, it started pouring. My lord, I heard someone disarm the royal tomb's traps. They must have a solution.
We were just talking about that. You were right. The rain is here. So, what's your plan to solve the burial dilemma?
Your lordship, this matter has already been resolved. It's just that I don't dare say it aloud.
Quit stalling. Speak.
On my way here, I took a nap. In my sleep, Dowager Noble Consort Li appeared in a dream. She said the late Emperor and Empress Dowager's love touched heaven and earth. She wished to fulfill their wish to be buried together.
You country bumpkin. Why would the Dowager appear to you?
In the tomb earlier, I faced deadly crabs. If not for her protection, how else could I have come out uncast?
Watch your tongue.
Let him speak.
But a joint burial is a major feng shui matter, especially in a royal tomb. If it defies heaven's will, at best, the spirits will rest. At worst, it'll shake the dynasty's foundation. So we must light ever-burning lamps across 5 sides. East, west, south, north, and center of the Great Yang territory. Then royal descendants must guard the lights for 49 days. Only then can the realm remain stable.
For 300 years, whenever an emperor or empress passed, royals were summoned back to the capital. But the dowager says the princes must not return this time.
They can't return. To ensure the Great Yang's future, the sacred lamps must be lit. By royal hands alone, especially Pensive Yunzi, who guards the eastern Azure-Regan position. Whenever an emperor or empress dies, that star position becomes unstable, so Prince of Linzi must personally hold the line.
You mean the Dowager appeared to you in a dream? How do we know you're not making it all up?
Every word is true. But Dowager Noble Consort loved her son deeply and understands the bigger picture. She wouldn't burden his majesty, so she moved out. Majesty, so she moved out. To allow the Empress Dowager to be buried with the late emperor. So show a sign before noon tomorrow. My lord, why not wait a little longer? By tomorrow, all will be clear.
You want me to wait for you? Based on what? Just your worthless life.
This life of mine is nothing but if your lordship has no better option. Why not bet on me?
Eunuch Swin, what do you think?
If the Dowager truly sent a dream, then I'll return and wait quietly. If something really happens tomorrow, I'll report it truthfully to His Majesty, invite him to side.
Can thank you, Eunuch Swin. Do you know who that eunuch is?
My lord, he serves His Majesty directly.
That's right. All the previous feng shui masters gave their suggestions, but Eunuch Swin was never moved. But this time, he actually listened to your words. Do you know why?
Maybe His Majesty already had something in mind.
You're really clever. But talk is talk. Well, what matters is the result.
My lord, I have one more request. May I enter the inner hall? I'd like to deliver a message to the Dowager.
You think someone like you can just stroll into the inner hall?
Take him in.
Lord,
No need to say more. Let's see if the Dowager really shows a sign tomorrow.
follow me.
Qijiao, look into his background.
Yes, sir. This is the tomb chamber. The larger coffin belonged to the late emperor. The smaller one is Dowager Noble Consort Lights. To be here is a rare honor. Even if you die tomorrow, your life wouldn't be wasted.
My lord, may I ask? Why is it so damp in this hall?
Why this underground place isn't damp? You clearly don't get out much. Seen enough?
Please wait a moment, my lord. I'd like to bow to the Dowager and report something. Zhang, humble commoner, kneels before the Dowager. Thank you, Your Grace, for sparing my life in great peril.
You're bowing the wrong way. If you disturb her peace, can you bear the consequences?
I've passed on. You wish I didn't fail your trust.
That's enough, let's go.
Yes, my lord.
Once the incense burns out, noon will have passed. If the Dowager still shows no sign, you will be buried with her.
Please rest assured, my lord. Dowager Noble Consort, thee will show a sign.
My lord, the Dowager's coffin just came forward.
Congratulations to His Majesty and your lordship. Dowager Noble Consort Lai is kind and virtuous. This is her way of fulfilling the late Emperor and Empress Dowager's wish. Thank you, Dowager, for making it happen.
Thank you, Dowager.
Thank you, Dowager. Thank you, Dowager.
You've helped me settle one of His Majesty's concerns. What reward do you want?
Boy, helping your lordship is my duty as a humble subject. I dare not ask for a reward.
Since you don't want a reward, then let me count your crimes instead. You do know, tampering with royal burial rites is a capital offense.
My lord, I wouldn't dare.
How about this? I'll show both kindness and authority. Kill you first, then reward you with a fine coffin and sever for burial.
My lord, I came here willingly, not as a prisoner. But does your lordship know why I insisted on coming?
To show off how clever you are. But clever men die young. The breaker they are, the shorter they live.
I came hoping your lordship would spare me a meal. I wished to follow your lordship and serve faithfully.
Plenty want to serve me. Why should I choose you?
My lord's eldest son serves in the Ministry of Works, busy with official duties. I'm willing to dedicate my life to the arts of architecture and geomancy, to serve your lordship and your son to the bitter end.
My lord,
Speak.
we've looked into it. Born in Wenzhou Prefecture, Huang, orphaned at 8, drifted to Qinggan Town in Cheng, apprenticed to a carpenter, a recent fire, left him homeless. Forcing him north for work, he arrived in the capital days ago.
Keep him.
Much obliged, my lord.
Report to the Marquis's residence without delay.
My lord, I have one more request. The others who came with me be perished in the tomb. If your lordship could offer them a token of respect, they would surely be grateful in the afterlife. I'm Zhang, the new aide. Please announce my arrival.
Hold on. You're Zang Hai.
Yes, that's me.
Here are your robes and badge.
Pack your things. Report it to the Scholar Hall at the back gate tomorrow.
Understood.
My dear disciple, was just one move. You helped His Majesty solve the major dilemma.
It was Dowager Noble Consort Lai who voluntarily moved her coffin. That way, His Majesty won the court support us, without losing the people's favor.
You had the royals light lamps in 5 directions, giving His Majesty a pretext to keep the princes mourning in their fiefs. especially the Prince of Lince. If he came back to the capital for the funeral, he might cause unrest. But you've fundamentally admitted the risk of rebellion. Even now, I can't figure out how just ordinary rain made the dowager's coffin collapse forward like that. Tell me the trick.
It's not as complicated as you think. When I entered the tomb hall, I noticed severe groundwater seepage. The dragon vein shaft and the coffin were already corroded, and the coffin anchoring stones weren't properly joined. If just then, a wedge of lightning-struck wood was inserted underneath, it would unbalance the coffin. Plus, heavy rain brought rising ground moisture under that weight. The dowager showing a sign was only natural.
You really did inherit Xingdou's teachings.
What I didn't expect was how deep corruption runs in the court. Even the royal tomb gets shoddy work. Now it's exposed. They might fix it right.
Even the emperor's tomb gets embezzled. Don't be fooled by their bows and cheers before the throne. They're all scheming for personal gain.
If my father were still alive, seeing today's filthy, corrupted astronomical bureau, it would break his heart.
In any case, you made a brilliant first step. You really impressed the Marquis of Beijing. What's wrong?
Yesterday, the Marquis put his hand on my shoulder, and I couldn't even lift my arm.
Let me massage it for you.
Master, easy.
Come on, bear with it.
Now I finally get why my benefactor didn't want me learning martial arts for the Marquis. To let him get that close. He must have absolute confidence in his skills, but he chose to press my shoulder. Shows his caution and suspicion.
He's surrounded by elite cards and wears gold and thread soft armor. Even the top fighters in Yuan might not get close to him. Even if you knew martial arts, your sword would still be sheathed before he struck you down. Relying on brute force be the worst plan.
Forget it. I'm in the Marquis' household now. I'll take my time and think long term. Once inside, I'll investigate thoroughly and wait for the right chance.
If you need me, come to the inn, but stay out of sight.
Master, when I'm not around, what do you usually do? If you weren't my master, where would you be? And what would you be doing?
Of course, I've got my own line. If I weren't helping you see cringe, I'd be living carefree.
Oh, before I left, Master Xingdou told me you're the one to ask about my benefactor and the other three masters.
Want to know? Then this meal is...
Aye, master. I'm still young and broke.
Well, I'm old and still empty-handed. Isn't that even sadder? Hand it over.
You. Fine. Now can you tell me?
Of course I can. Oh, but not just yet.
Me again? Or give my money back?
All's fair in war and strategy. The older the Christian.
You're the new aide. I'm Zang Hai. I'm Huijian, also an aide here. I got here 2 years before you. From now on, we're colleagues. Want some?
No thanks.
I heard about you. Quite impressive. You made it out of the royal tomb alive, and even got into our scholar hole.
I'll be relying on you, Huitian, for guidance from here on.
No need to flatter me. But I'll say this, in our scholar hall, being too capable isn't always a good thing. I won't be able to look out for you for long.
You do love to joke.
Come on, follow me. I'll show you how things work here. That gate you came through opens at sunrise, closes at night. And it's for the household staff to go in and out. The main gate is for the Marquis and his family. Other than that, it only opens for an hour on special occasions. As for us aides, from 7A to 1T, we write at record history. From 1 to 7P, we discuss state affairs. During mealtime, we eat in the East Wing. And by 9P, we must finish evening lessons before going to bed. That's the basic routine, got it?
Got it.
All these rules were set by the Marquis' senior secretary, Master Young other times. You're free to do as you wish. But honestly, after I'm done with all that each day, I'm so tired, I just crash. You'll be the same.
Mr. Young really thought this through.
Come on, I'll show you the study hall.
Much appreciated.
True, a promising young man has joined. That's a good thing. Why so uneasy?
I saw this Zang Hai in the royal tomb. He's smart and cautious. Young, you mustn't take him lightly.
Don't worry so much, If he can help my lord, I'd be more than grateful. What's there to worry?
Neither of us could solve the Empress Dowager's burial problem, but this Zhang Hai who popped up out of nowhere handled it.
If I were willing to take that risk, I could have done it too. But the outcome is 8 parts risk and only 2 parts gain. We don't need to take that risk. But he's young. Taking a gamble
That's for future glory.
is understandable.
In that case, he does remind me of a younger version of you, Mr. Yang. This guy's got serious ambition. He won't stay under Mr. Yang for long. If we really have someone who can surpass us, then I, Yang Shen, should step down and return home in peace.
But from what I heard, what he's best at is feng shui and gomancy. You're not worried for me, but for yourself, right?
Check. Thanks for letting me win. I'm not satisfied. Let's play another round.
Chu, a new aide, just joined. As the Scholar Hall supervisor, it'd be rude of me not to welcome him. Excuse me.
All right, this is the study hall, where the aides write and compile texts. Mr. Zhang ordered her that the Marquis's achievements be documented here. Every so often, he selects the best works to present to the Marquis in the future. You'll do the same as us.
We'll submit all our writing through Mr. Yang, even if the Marquis wants to discuss matters.
What are you thinking? You expect him to face dozens of people, all talking at once. That drive anyone crazy. Mr. Yang will organize the proposals, then lets the aide speak their minds. He has someone record everything and submits the best ideas. However, none of us will ever know whatever opinion the Marquis adopts in the end, because they all become Mr. Yang's ideas.
Nobles founded kingdoms, and their heirs inherited them. Thus, the term clan of legacy. So this family record of the Marquis is titled Swan Clan Chronicle.
Getting Mr. Aya.
会见，你没搞事now.
Yes, sir.
You're the one who held the marquee, solved the Empress Dowager's burial issue.
I'm Zhang, greetings, Mr.
You really are a talented young man, for the Marquis mentioned to have someone like you. Young Zhen, am truly fortunate. Hideum must have already explained the rules here.
Yes.
The rules here are stricter than at the Imperial Academy or Court of Attendance. Once you adapt, you won't err or embarrass the Marquis in court later.
So you mean we aides even have a chance to enter the court and serve in office?
Of course, the Marquis established the Scholar Hall to scout talent and future pillars for the state. You think you're just here to waste time. But do you scholars even know how to deal with the Marquess, a military man? One misstep, and it's martial punishment. Forget about promotion. You might not even survive. If I don't protect you, no one else will.
You're truly thoughtful, mister.
You know why I had them then write the Zhang clan chronicle? It's so they can understand the Marquis better, understand what pleases him, so they don't offend him once the time is right. I'll personally recommend them for the Marquis's favor.
I see. Thank you for the guidance.
With your talent for grand design, you'll surely make your mark in the Marquis's household.
Mister, the Marquis asked if a new aide named Zhou has reported in today.
What does the Marquis want?
My lord wants to inspect the inner barden's feng shui.
I see. Zang Hai is here. Go at once.
Yes, sir.
All right. I almost forgot something important. There was a heavy rain yesterday. The ancestral hall is leaking. The Marquis ordered repairs, but the eaves corbel brackets are all in old style. I searched high and low and couldn't find a craftsman who knows the method. If it rains again, the ancestral tablet will suffer damage. I heard you're skilled in geometry. Can you handle old building repairs?
I have some basic knowledge of geometric construction. I'd be able to help, Mr. Rio.
That's great. Judging by today's sky, it's probably going to pour. Not sure if there's still enough time. And forget it. Meeting the Marquis comes first. Don't delay the real business. If the Marquis gets upset, I'll take the blame. It won't affect we in any way.
The ancestral hall houses the Huang family's ancestral tablets. The great Yang dynasty values filial piety, and so does the Marquis. If I let the hall fall into disrepair and damage the ancestral tablets, I'd be gravely neglecting my duty.
But about the Marquis's request.
Mr. Yang, could you please explain to him on my behalf? I'm afraid I won't be able to check the garden today.
No worries. I'll speak well of you before the Marquis.
Thank you, mister.
He didn't get to see the Marquis.
The manor is heavily guarded. He's a military man after all.
With so many lives on his hands, he naturally fears for his own.
I studied the sun and clouds closely. There really was going to be a storm that night. If I hadn't acted, the rain would have ruined the ancestral hall. Then Yang Zhen would have gone to the marquis behind my back and slandered me. I'd be in deep trouble. So I backed off. But I missed a golden opportunity. These past few days, the marquis hasn't summoned me again. That's the way it is for men of true talent. The Marquess forgets people easily. Day 1, he remembers you. Di 2, Arida, ain't impression. By day 3, you're completely erased. Yang Zhen knows him too well. He knows if you don't seize your first chance, you'll never break through again. My benefactor was right. Yang Zhen may seem kind on the surface, but deep down he's jealous and sick. He keeps tight control over the scholar. Every aid is under his thumb. He feeds them empty promises, but in truth, he's made them useless. What I must do is take down Yang Zhen and take his place.
How many more revisions do we need? When will it be finished?
Everyone, stop what you're doing. The Marquis went to the palace today. The Emperor rewarded him with treasures. Everything to the treasury. And record the inventory. Gong, Yuan Sheng, Wang Yue Pei, Fu Yi Wen, Wu Changsheng, and
Queen Cat.
One pair of ink-kiln white glazed peony vases, 2 golden gemstone belts.
1 yearly spring landscape scroll. 1 statue of Kandi with a jeweled crown and belt. 2 gold armbands from Forza. 1 swift wind blade. 2 pairs of dragon jade pens. 10 Guoqiang jade belt hooks. 10 tinkling jade bracelets. Mister,
Yeah, all items have been accounted for.
categorize everything and place them from the display shelves. Then double check the full inventory list.
Understood.
This pair of Hetian jade cups. Why is one missing?
It's not there.
give me the pen.
Drawn by the master. What does that mean?
Just don't ask. Pretend you didn't see anything. Mr. Young, everything's been locked and stored properly.
Good. You're all dismissed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Zhang Hai, stay.
You may go.
Yes, sir.
Zhang, you stay behind. And go over the inventory one more time. Yes, mister.
I chose you because I trust you. Oh, tedious and detailed. This job has its secrets. Others are careless with it, but you're meticulous. You've only just arrived, so you're unfamiliar with how things work here. So start with this task. Train yourself and open your eyes.
Thank you, Mr. Hyang.
Much appreciated. Search this man thoroughly when he leaves. If he's carrying anything extra, arrest him on the spot.
Yes, sir.
掌心念着危险的渴望，惊涛袖里藏，惊雷无声响，城府深，深不过我目眶。阴谋是我护身的衣裳，阳谋是我纵横的刀枪，用隐忍的狂，稀释道德藏，也不黑，只因为我心滚烫。翻云是我，覆雨是我，人心的罗盘莫测，总会有人起起落落。盛夏是我，雨多是我，当夕阳如烈日赤裸，与君共高歌，芒种是我，秋收是我，天下是我，苍生